Hello, Oath League, and welcome back. It is week 3 here at the Oath League. First of all, sorry about this long stream starting soon. We had a couple of players who were struggling to get in the lobby. It's all good now. We are set for a Crewtons versus Ember matchup. But my name is Epi, and with me is Merp. Merp, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Fantastic.
We're getting the ball rolling.
Absolutely. So today we are starting on Oasis. Both teams ready already. So we don't have a lot to talk about really before we get into this match. But things of note. Both of these teams are 1 wins and 1 losses. We're in a deadlock right now in terms of ranking and matchup, and hopefully these two teams settle the difference today.
Absolutely. And I'm honestly very excited for this match. Quite a lot of strong performers on both sides. On the side of Croutons, you have Warm Milk and Voltage and Vaz, who have all had their major pop-off moments. And that's not to say anything bad about the rest of the team. They've all had their amazing pop-off moments. And then on the side of Ember, you have Exotic and Hurricane and Coop and Will, who have just all had their flashes. And I'm so excited for this match because they're both 1-1, and I believe it's about to be feisty.
I think we are in for a really good match. As we're getting ready for the teams to come on in, just shortly.
Yeah. So Oasis, what do we know about Oasis?
Oasis is really new to the Oath League. I don't think we saw it at all in the first and second season of the Oath League. We normally favored maps like Nepal, Lijiang Tower, even Busan a lot more than we saw Oasis. So it's going to be interesting seeing new players and even the old players on these new and interesting maps. But like all of the other control maps, the team, you at home should feel kind of comforted. This is a King of the Hill style map.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited to see if we get any cheeky boops off the side. So the Oasis, especially this map right here, has 2 high ground points that's around the main control point, which is what you're trying to capture. And on those high grounds, you can get booped into a void that instantly kills you and whoever gets booped in here. So as you're looking at right now, that is the pitfall of Doom. And I'm excited to see if we get any. As far as composition-wise, it looks like we're going with Brawl, sorry.
Well, I'm super excited. We have Symmetra in one of these Brawl comps. Will on Ember's Brawl comp, Symmetra teleport. We might see her, might see the swap off after we get a first teleport, but sometimes you can have these really dynamic fights, teleporting in and out of fights. It was really popular in the Overwatch League, actually.
Yes, some of my favorite matches actually happened with this composition, so we'll be able to get to see what exactly happens. Looks like Ember's vying to take the low ground here early on, with Croutons fighting from the high ground. We'll see exactly who gets the upper hand here. As both May walls come out, it's a messy skirmish on the ground, but Rumor finds Daydream, and this is going to be opening up into a bloody fight. Warm Milk continuing to smash the hammer into his enemies' faces. It's continuing to brawl, and it looks like Croutons is actually going to be able to pick this one up.
Yeah, I was really satisfied with the way both teams utilized their wall. Ember deciding to go right for point as they try to clean this one up. Croutons maybe their victory is not as assured. This fight's gone on for a really long time.
It's going on for a really long time. Exactly. And neither team has captured it yet. So really no harm foul done. And Shatter already built up but used. Is there going to be any follow-up? As it looks like, oh goodness, Voltage gets nailed down by Panther with the semi-auto rifle. And it's still going. It's still going. It's like a minute-long team fight. And I'm so down. Panther has the ultimate almost ready, but he gets gunned down. And finally, Croutons will be able to capture this one.
Wow, what a first fight, if you want to call it that. A really long, extended fight. And what this really is going to make a difference is the ult charge. You look across both teams are really close to, if not have their ultimates. Of course, Warm Milk used the Shatter a little bit early, but probably confirmed the fact that they were going to get the point for the Croutons. And right now, that capture progress ticking up is really good for the Croutons.
Yeah, I think that's totally fair. As we see Coop getting in there, getting ready to go swing. The Coalescence comes out from the side of a million Hornets. Freeze comes out. It manages to find one, but they're going to use their Ice Block to mitigate it. Meteor Strike comes out from the sky, not quite able to find anybody. Will actually manage to clean up Vaz in the end there. Voltage dives the backline, though, manages to find Coop trying to save his teammates. And it's once again a scrappy fight. Exotic has the Graviton Surge. We'll see if he's going to be able to use it as Voltage beams 2 people down with the beam. Yep, words, and managed to find a third with sticky bombs.
Echo is such a dynamic character, and Voltage, known for his Genji, has expanded his tool belt once again with one of the most powerful and dynamic forces in Overwatch, that being Echo.
Yeah, I definitely love Echo because the moment you see an enemy that goes down below 50 HP, it's it's melt time. And a charge comes out from the side. He gets booped off. That's a massive pick for Crewtons, but Crewtons, Warm Milk goes off the edge anyways. It's a self-sacrifice. Let's see if it pays off for them. Graviton Surge and Freeze both come out huge for either team there. And with that Freeze and Grav combo, it's just cleanup. It's cleanup for Crewtons.
Yeah, whenever Vask is going to find these 5-man grabs and then they get rumors Blizzard to go along with it, it's lights out, combo done. Crewtons looking very dominant as Ember looking to just come back in, get some value with Coop's Shatter here. The wall comes out, but it misses. They're all the way on point.
This fight's definitely not lost yet for the side of Ember. As Coop manages to find Warmilk, there's a great opening up for them. He has the Shatter. Will he be able to use it? Hurricane manages to find Polar as well. The Ryan Echo ultimate comes out. Will the Shatter be huge? It's able to find 2, I think. He's not quite able to clean up the Mei, though, as the enemy Shatter comes out from the other side. Will manage to find Voltage with the Deadeye, and this messy fight does look like it's actually going to go to the side of Ember, which means this is not over yet.
Wow, it's such a great fight. Coop just has so much discipline, looking for the right Shatter. There was a lot there, but he managed to find the right one and even bait Voltage into using more ults, continuing to invest in fights, and I don't want to overlook Panther. Panther using that immortality disc so smartly, keeping his team alive as the Crewtons look to re-engage on this one, and they're getting creative.
They are going down in the lower caverns. I've actually rarely, if ever, used this route, so I'm not exactly sure where they're actually going to be popping around. I think it might be off to the
Ember
side.
Is getting so antsy. They're like, where are they? They should be here by now, and the gig is up. Ember just idea. Playing on point, and finally, we get to see it, and it's met.
The Freeze comes out from the side of Hurricane. It's absolutely massive. Manages to find Warm Milk caught off guard. And with that, they're just going to be able to clean up the rest of Crewtons as Ember holds on to this point.
Well, that felt certainly like a peekaboo kind of strategy. His Polars might get out alive on Mercy? Just nobody checked the corner?
They just, no one knew.
All right. Just like that. You know when to hold them, when to fold them.
Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. As we see Warm Milk and Coop, they're going to be meeting at the corner. Coalescence comes out from the side of a Million Hornets. Going to be keeping his Ryan alive while also applying DPS pressure. The disc comes out. Massive Shatter managed to find 4. He's going to get a pin. Voltage cleans up with that. The Freeze, not quite finding anything, but still probably save the backline there. As amazing Shatter from Warm Milk cleans up the fight. And maybe this round.
A team kill bangs the bell. Right there at the end, signifying a Crouton victory here in the first map.
Absolutely. Team kill rings the bell. Yeah. You gotta teach me some of these rhymes you got going on here.
Oh, come on.
But like, okay. That was incredible. Stats wise, let's see, what do we have here?
Voltage straight up
is destroying right now on the Echo. 67 damage. 1, fun number. 2, twice the amount of damage of anybody else in the game right now.
Well, quite frankly, that's what you expect. Whenever Polar's on that Mercy, whenever that damage boost comes out for the Mercy, or for the Echo, pardon me, you expect Voltage and Co to get more value, and that's exactly what he's doing today.
Looks like Hurricane's going to be opting for the Pharah this time around with the Pharah Mercy Pocket. Going to be trying to take care of, I believe, Voltage's Echo. We'll see exactly how that pans out for him as these two teams meet up on the point.
Yeah, and I think we have a full-out brawl on point, which is kind of interesting because of the damage in the sky rumor and the rest of the Crewtons having that Mei advantage in the brawl situation. We're going to see how Warm Milk and Vask can really capitalize on the front line, as Voltage just can't be denied. even with the swaps from Ember there.
And as he's melting on the side of Echo, Crewtons is going to be able to find the first capture. So what do we have for alt charge here? It looks like just because I think it's because Croutons won the fight pretty quickly there that they also have this slight ult advantage. It's not massive. It's not something that Ember can't reverse, but it's definitely there. So we'll see how that
Ooh,
goes.
early wall. This is actually really big for Ember. Let's see if they can capitalize on it. The Crouton's
Oh
not going to
my
have wall,
goodness.
but Voltage finds Will. And that's going to be a big damage dealer from the Ember side.
The
Just
charge coming in
eliminated
from Crew.
early.
He's gonna find himself in the middle of the team fight and get himself wiped. Baz applying that Zarya damage, applying that pressure, protecting his teammates, and getting 3 in the process. Polar making sure that every single one of his teammates is up and running, and that the people who are giving the most impact continue to give the best impact.
And he's even typing in the chat, sorry, Daydream. I don't know if we caught it on stream, but something must have happened between those two. Maybe you have to go back and clip it.
You love the sportsmanship. You love the sportsmanship. Daydream replying, it's all good, which is fantastic. As we see Ember creeping on slowly, trying to get this fight going again. Hurricane has the Pharah ultimate. We'll see if he can drop it, manage to get anybody. He's able to find one. He's able to find Rumor as the Reinhardts
Oh,
clash. Zarya Bubble saving each other. Voltage in the backline with the Ryan ultimate, able to find tons of pressure into the backline. Is he going to be able to get the shatter off? I don't believe so. He is, and that's going to be cleanup right there.
now Exotic keeps finding these grabs that find one or two, but by the time that's there, his team's really struggling to capitalize on the value that it's getting. Finally, he himself got a beam down, but Croutons are just kind of cleaning house right now. With only 5 seconds left, Warm Milk going so aggressively with the grab.
Do it to him like that. Wow, incredible. What a map.
Croutons 1-0 right now.
What a map. That was honestly brutal from the side of Croutons. Not that Ember didn't put up a big fight, especially in the first game. I definitely think they had their shining moment, especially in this map. Look at this. 5-man
That's
grab
just
finds
dirty.
everybody.
Yeah,
And oh, Jesus.
You put together the freeze, you catch the BAP midair. Absolutely stunning play from Vask there to find that opening. Really impressive showing from him and the rest of Croutons. Really putting away Oasis pretty quick.
Voltage managing to find 75% of all his team's eliminations. So that's a pretty significant number there. And it's I definitely feel like Ember can make a comeback. They have really good players. I love seeing what Coop has done already, and I love seeing what Panther has done already on the map. So it's not even close to done, and I'm so excited to see what exactly happens next. We're probably gonna see Route 66 just because that's what we've been seeing these past couple of weeks.
Oh, but let's play What If. You know, the Marvel new series on Disney Plus. What If?
It's a great show.
What if Gibraltar? What if Rialto?
What if? What if it probably be Route 66? But
it will probably be Route 66.
We don't talk about Rialto very much. What can you tell me about that map?
I love Rialto from the very get-go. Lucio's can look for really aggressive moves. Same with Farah's. Briggs right off the side of bridges, and you really play in the Valley of Death. Point one, super difficult to kind of take that open space. And then point two becomes just as hard because if the defense ever holds, they have this long bridge, the attackers do, that they have to cross through this massive open space. And it'll really test a team's ability to push as a team, make smart rotations, be together, utilize shields well, Diva DM, stuff like that.
Yeah, Rialto is definitely a favorite amongst Hog, Lucio, ball players.
I'm thinking Brig too. Why not?
Absolutely.
Just
can
flail it.
Whop somebody over the edge, and then they're gone, and then they're no longer in the team fight, and that's I think there's probably 3 separate points where that can happen.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, in every single push, that is a possibility, except for the last one. And I think that was because they wanted to give the attackers a little bit of a chance there. But
I think we spoke it into existence, quite frankly.
Oh,
The
are
map
we?
pick is in. We are going into Rialto.
Woo! All right, cool. I'm excited to see what exactly happens. Any Lucio boops?
Any Lucio boops? Any Pharah boops? We saw Hurricane
Pharah.
come out looking at Pharah. And really that first environmental, yes, it's cheesy, it's fun, it's cute and cheeky, but it's so impactful in that first fight. It becomes really difficult to win a fight when you're down a player, especially if that player is a main healer or has the job of holding the shield for the rest of the team, right? So maybe we'll see it, maybe we won't. But I'm really excited to see where these two teams stage. I believe Ember will be defending first. That might be a lie. Let's find out.
Well, we will see real quick here. Okay,
It's the
actually,
Crewtons.
Croutons is going to be defending here in just a second.
Yeah,
But,
that's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Yeah. So the first kill of this fight, especially whenever it's off the edge, is extremely impactful. We talked about two separate things that are the basis of Overwatch. A, defenders need to waste the attacker's time, and B, man advantage. And so whenever you get that real early, real cheeky kill off the edge, like we're hoping to see, because it's freaking amazing, you end up doing both. You end up giving yourself a man advantage, and you end up burning more time because they can't push without their teammate.
And we're set for it. Polar looking at this side angle. Maybe we'll see it again. Ember playing double shield, coming in for it a little too early.
Looks like he's going to dive in early and get absolutely annihilated with the flashbang coming out from the side of Hurricane. Will's going to be able to clean that up. And that's going to give Croutons a little bit of a disadvantage, but they're going to be able to pull back here in time for Polar to get back, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Croutons, you are okay. Don't panic about it, right? We're playing Brawl. You just force it onto point, and it's like nothing ever happened. Of course, if Will continues to find headshots onto really impactful players, we might have a different story.
Yes, as we talked about earlier, Voltage being incredibly impactful for Croutons on Oasis. So if he's able to keep finding these headshots, Voltage is going to have a hard time, and the favor is returned with the sticky bombs. He's looking to make a little bit of an impact up on top ground. Rumor, though, cleaning up the pressure. And it's going to be a hold for Croutons.
And I loved how aggressive the Croutons got after they got that pick. After Voltage finds Will on the Widowmaker so deep, really everybody just held W, went forward, and tried to find more eliminations as Will gets dangerously close to another Echo sticky bomb barrage.
And Polar finds the melee kill onto Panther. We love to see it.
Ooh.
We support.
Yeah, that must have been deep, but Panther trying to survive like a stowaway.
Yeah,
oh,
unfortunately
man.
he was captured, but it's all good. They are not catching a break as they try to group up on these flank routes, as they try to group up as a team and take the fight to Croutons. They're just finding picks, and there we go. Panther gets found by the Death Orb from a million Hornets.
Now, this is one thing I was saying about Rialto's first point. That first bridge is scary as an attacker, but what's more scary is all of this open space here at the end of point one, and Crouton's not letting the Ember team have any part of it.
Yeah, exactly. The more you can control the flow of your opponents, the better control you have over the fight, and it looks like Warmilk's about to have the shatter as he's able to find a lot of pressure onto the enemy's front line. And they are very set for this defense to keep happening.
Yeah, I think he had like a three-person flame strike right there, and that's more than enough to build a shatter quickly. And Ku is switched from Orisa onto Reinhardt, try to match that brawl, continue to get aggressive. And Voltage, speaking of aggression, playing right above Ember's head and maybe getting out now.
And as we see, they're going to come up to this corner fight. We're going to see exactly what happens here. Shatter, I believe, got canceled by Will. I'm not entirely sure if that was the case, though.
Yeah.
Grabflux does manage to find two, but it's not going to be enough. There's a whole bunch of support ultimates coming up from the side of Ember. Flux comes out from Croutons, I believe, is able to find one, but it doesn't manage to kill. Voltage on the Sigma isn't able to find anything, but he's going to be able to fly away into safety. Polar managed to find Coop, though, in that chaotic fight, and Croutons still holding on to this.
And yeah, that's pretty incredible considering the heroics we saw from Ember. Will finding that stun right on Warm Milk's massive shatter. There were no shields. There was no hope until there was with one single flashbang.
And see, that's how you know these players are getting really good, because he was able to read that his Ryan didn't have shield anymore, and so he knew that War Milk had that cheddar, and he was prepared to counteract that, which is an incredible split-second decision.
Mm-hmm.
And just shows the prowess they're gaining here. Anyways, last 15 seconds of this particular attack, and it looks like Panther and Hurricane, they're both going to find their own trades in a sense of sorts. Rumor going in deep once again. Coop, not being able to find the pin on Vask is going to be a deadly 1v1 right now. He's going to be able to build up the shatter, and he's going to win the 1v1. Voltage managed to dive in the backline, managed to find Will, and it's a real scrappy fight, as Crewtons is forced all the way back. Ember does actually get some room to push here. They're going to be down the Rhine, though, and that shatter comes through, managed to find 2. The bubble not quite able to save them, and the visor is able to put a lot of pressure on Crewtons, though. Hurricane's able to find 2, and more damage just keeps coming out from the side of Ember. They're actually going to be able to win this fight and possibly push it to the very end. We have 3 left for Ember and only 1 left for Crewtons, and they actually pushed it all the way to point 1 in that final fight.
Yeah, you got to be so proud of Ember for pulling that together. And now it's all about snowballing this advantage, getting across the bridge, staging so aggressively that the Crewtons can't set up a defensive foothold, as we see Voltage switching onto Genji. Of course, a signature hero for him. But Warm Milk holding that Reinhardt, which is just as signature for him.
Yes, and both players have been extremely, extremely impressive on this. And I thought Voltage actually had him there. I thought he got the flashbang cancel as well, but apparently not. And Will is able to find him. Exotic beats Vaz in the 1v1, and this is looking like a little bit more of a snowball from the side of Ember, as trades are just happening, but Polar's gonna die to Panther, and they're gonna keep being able to push.
This is such a funny little side conflict. The Panther-Polar fight. The two seem to be fragging one another, and Polar in the back line, and some massive fights in their grab on point.
But the shatter gets it gets kind of the shatter, but it's not going to be enough, as Rumor is able to find 2, and Polar gets Will, and I am actually quite impressed.
I think Rumor caught Vask's friendly bubble, because that shatter was right on. Ku's shatter was perfect. It hit 3, but I really believe that it was a well-placed bubble to save that Rumor and really turn that fight around with only 60 seconds remaining for Ember as they look to come back in.
I would like to confirm that statement, because I was very confused when Rumor wasn't lying on the ground and he was using Tac Visor to just melt the enemy team. As we see Crewtons jumping from the high ground, going to be able to get massive jumps onto their Rhine, but Deadeye comes out with the Grab Flux combo. Coalescence also comes out, giving tons of DPS pressure, and as that shield falls, Will is able to find 3, and the Coalescence finds 1. Voltage going to try to make a comeback, but it might be possible he finds 3 himself, and as Ember manages to push out, he's not going to be able to touch the point, though. Oh my goodness, what is this game? Sorry.
Yeah, Voltage still in the back line, only now eliminated, but the amount of damage he put in might be enough for Crewtons to get a more aggressive angle, but I think we're really going to see them just back up, play defense, play supportive, right? You can't forget that the Crewtons have the advantage in this match so far. They're up a map, and they can give up a little bit of space.
And, okay, I'm going to calm down now. As we say, Exotic is going to be able to take the... Nanoblade from Voltage, he's able to find 3, and he's going to be able to clean up the rest of Ember as that push gets shut down, but they are halfway through to the last point.
Now, I gotta say, that was probably the wrong time to try to cool down Voltage, popping the the Nano Blade. Fantastic gameplay from him on the Genji. It is always impressive to me to see a mechanically strong Genji player come in, and Voltage most certainly plays that way.
Absolutely. As we see, Panther has the Transcendence, so we'll see if they're going to use that aggressively. Doomfist trying to find a little bit of value. The Shadow gets canceled, that Warman goes in for it, but he gets the main tick experience, he's going to die. And the rest of Ember is going to be able to push forward. Voltage, though, diving the backline, managed to find Panther in the worst timing possible. Rumor finds Will, and it's Trade City, but it looks like Ember's going to be able to push around this final corner. Very important, but they only have 20 seconds left.
Yes, this cart just gets barely into the last stretch of the map. Ember looking to hold on, looking to stall out just a little bit, but Polar with a massive anti-grenade going to deal a lot of damage. There's rumors coming in on this side, and there goes Daydream. Exotic just trying to make it to point. We're going to see Panther on point. They're going to have a little bit longer to touch, longer to stall. Coup with a shatter on Vask. It's going to be a solo shatter, but that's going to be enough to trade out. Will with a punch.
Sorry, I apologize. Looks like there were two aggressive fights. There were two aggressive ults that came out from Crewtons, but it was a little too early. Will finds two, as well as the shatter coming out from the side of Coop is able to find massive value, and Will is just cleaning up the rest of Crewtons. Are they going to be able to push this all the way? The Tracer is still in the point, still stalling, still being able to find the time. They're going to be able to get 1.82 meters away from the point as Vasman trying to come in, trying to clean up the rest of the fight. The Deadeye comes out to clear the point. The Reinhardt's the only one left on the field, and it looks like Ember is actually going to be able to push this all the way through.
And that's really exciting. That's really exciting. As a fan of Ember, as a fan of the Oath League, you like to see these kids who have the composure to take maps the distance, to continue to push in overtime, to make hard choices about what to do in the situation at hand. A fantastic job from Ember, and doing really, really well.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if you could tell, but this is one of my favorite Overwatch games ever. Honestly, this has been so exciting. It's been so, are they going to be able to do it? Are they going to be able to do it? They did it! They did it! And it's so much energy going into this, and I love it. I love it. It's so good. Anyways, we see Rumor has 7,000 damage clocked in on this map, which is very high above basically anybody else on the match. So, except for Voltage. So, lots of damage coming out from Crewtons, but it's still Ember just being able to just slightly edge it out.
Now, I'd like to highlight Will for a second here. Will is a rookie to the Oath League. He approached me personally. He found me, was looking for a community to join, to practice esports, to fit in, really. He's a homeschooler here in Oklahoma, and I was so happy to introduce him to the Oath League, and I think he's been really good for the Oath League, made some really great connections. Fantastic gameplay, really.
And so we see, once again, it's just, they're such good teams, and this is such a close game. I'm eating this up like crazy. We see the fight going on, Will versus Rumor. Will manages to find the headshot. Rumor's not going to be happy about that one. We'll see if he sticks on to the Widow.
Yeah, as Ember kind of holds this corner really aggressively, and the Crewtons don't have that aggressive play from the May early here as Will finds Polar, but Rumor refrags onto Will.
Yes, Will's attention was distracted away from his adversary to take advantage of the fact. Very nice headshot on the Panther through the doors. Oh my goodness! I gotta calm down.
Well, it's hard to maintain your calm when we see shots like that. Rumor busting this map wide open for Crewtons as they get halfway through point one here. Ember trying to look for... Oh my gosh. It's a battle of mechanics. It's a battle of headshots. It's a battle of eliminations at this point, and really it only feels like two people are playing it right now.
And it's Rumor and Will, and they are absolutely trading impact back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, as Crewtons is actually going to be able to push it up right around to the last corner in order to get to point one, and relatively quickly too. Ember needs to stop them here. Warmilk is going to be found in a very unadvantageous position, but he's going to be able to turn it around with the supports. He's got Shatter, he's got the pressure, and Crewtons are going to be able to push this all the way to point one.
Now I gotta say, with all those ults, with all those people with no shields, I'm surprised we didn't just see it. An entire team explosion there at the end, but Crewtons doing their due diligence, wrapping up the kills, getting the cart pushed, and it was probably smart that Warmilk saved that shatter. It's the only ult, really. I guess we have Grav coming up for the Crewtons, but it's certainly a game-winning, fight-winning ultimate.
Yeah, I know if I was down there, I definitely would have pressed Q. But you're probably right. Warmilk made the smart decision there by not spending it, so I guess he's better than us. And Panther manages to find Voltage, a reversal of roles there, you would say, as High Noon comes out from the side of Hurricane. Is he going to be able to find anything? No, I think it was just a clear on the corner. Crewton's going to be falling back, waiting for their teammate to come back.
Yeah, but buying that space is really strong. You see Crewtons are stuck kind of in no man's land, unsure if they want to rotate, if they want to take the high ground, if they want to just do a straight up brawl. They finally decided to take some high ground, take that away from Ember, and shoot down onto the pink team here. Oh, warm milk.
Shatter comes out by 3, but the Transcendence is able to save the rest of his team, and he actually gets killed by Hurricane. Coop is going to be able to find a million Hornets, and it's Trade City once again. Rumor finds a headshot onto the Baby Diva. It's Trade City, it's keep going. Panther managed to find 2, though, with Polar and Vaz down. It's a whole bunch of kills left, right, front, and center, and what an explosion of plays.
And Panther was about 7 HP after that duel up there, after his 3K, so clearly the Crewtons focusing him down, but just not enough.
I definitely think Panther saved the fight there, because that Shatter got 4, I believe, and it didn't catch Panther, though, and he was able to transcend his team back into life and then got 2 kills. So I'm going to give credit to that fight win to him. The bomb comes out indoors, is actually able to find a million Hornets. That's very bad for Crewtons, but that's okay, as Coop is able to go in there, swing, and keep cleaning up, and Ember is going to keep holding.
Absolutely, and Crewton's going to have to reset, going to have to clean up the whiteboard and make a plan, come in aggressively, and I think you have a great plan coming up. Vask's grabs have been massive all day long. I think we're going to see a really strong play, but Coop is going to have that counterplay, going to have to find that shatter on an impactful target, so the Crewtons are stifled.
And we see Rumor hopping onto the Junkrat. And Junkrat and Zarya is a very powerful combination whenever you get their ults, because Junkrat does a whole load of very short-range burst damage. And all the ultimates are going to come out, and this is going to be just an savage attack from the side of Crewtons. Will try and use his visor to find anything, but it's not going to happen. And Voltage just kind of styling on his opponents there.
Absolutely. A really strong Crewtons team fight. But critically, Ember holding on to some ults. That means they're going to be able to come in very aggressively, very strongly, and meet the Crewton opposition with strength. And there it is, the shatter.
And the shatter's able to come the group, and it gets met with the High Noon. He's able to find 2. Rumor finds a Moira, but it's, oh my goodness, what a combo from the side of Will and Coop. Going to be able to find Ember's defense once again.
Yeah, you bet. As Genji's trying to get out Voltage, seems to be just fine. Has a Moira orb. Rumor on the Junkrat is going to be an interesting pick, right? It's going to have a lot of shield break opportunity and damage pressure overall, but he's going to have a little bit of time to set up and find these direct hits.
Well, he's got the tire. We'll see if he's going to be able to use it here without it getting destroyed, because that's something that can happen. Crewtons only has 1 minute left to get to point B. Here comes the tire. Up and around the corner. It's not going to be able to find anything, though, before Hurricane's able to find it. Unfortunate. Polar wins 1v1 against Daydream, and Crewtons are going to be able to push forward here with the aggressive sound barrier, and they're going to be able to capture point B with 40 seconds left on the clock.
Oh, just a really strong defense. Or pardon me, attack, really. I say defense because the Ember has to come in, has to contest that last 5 meters. And Crewton's just battling through it.
Yes, this has been a very close call on this map between the two teams, as Will is able to find a surprise punch against Voltage. Very nasty, very aggressive. Warm Milk has a good chance for a shatter here if he's able to use it, but he gets DPS pressured out of position. The whole team has to be forced back as the pin comes in from the side of Coop. He's going to be able to find a million Hornets. He's going to die to Vast, though, but it looks like Ember just wants to keep pushing, keep putting pressure on Crewtons, keep making sure they don't want to attack here.
Absolutely. Really, really impactful plays here.
Super aggressive from the side of Ember too, and I appreciate it, because a lot of times what you'll see some Reinhardts, and you'll see because tempo's directed by the tanks. You'll see a lot of times they'll just kind of keep retreating, keep giving their enemy space, and here Coop is showing he's not afraid. Now Will, coming in with the Meteor Strike, might be able to find 1 or 2. It lands in the middle of the enemy team, is actually able to escape thanks to his Zarya, just barely. Crewtons very good on the reaction. Vaz gets a massive flux with the shatter coming in through. He's going to be able to find 1. I'm not sure if he got shattered. Hurricane comes in with the recall. Is able to find 3 with the High Noon, and this is suddenly a winnable fight for Embers. They're going to be able to hold once again.
Oh, wow. You talk about impact. You talk about impact. Fantastic gameplay, right? You're coming in with an old disadvantage, but Hurricane and Coup managed to find value off of them.
Absolutely, as we see Will going in for the pick again. Is he going to be found? He is going to be found as he dives into the middle of the enemy team. He's not able to escape this time. That's huge, but the grab flex is able to find a few. I don't know if they're going to be putting enough pressure on it, though. Coalescence comes out from Daydream, and this is overtime into the last push. Massive shatter from Warmilk is going to be able to clean up the rest of Ember as Crewtons is able to push into the last corner. This is huge. This is absolutely massive. Will able to dive into the middle of the team, but he's going to be found, not able to find a pick, which is desperately what Ember needed. This is last fight.
Absolutely no time left on the clock. It's going to be Crewtons versus Ember. Straight up, no ultimates on side for either board. And it's going to be an all-out brawl on point. Let's see how we juggle cooldowns. Rumor gets pinned, and that's a critical pick early here.
Oh, but Ember was extremely low. They didn't have the sound barrier. Now Crewtons has it. They're going to be able to push this all the way in, probably, as Ember able to find the picks, but didn't have quite enough health to sustain. Now the Transcendent's going to be buying Exotic a little bit of time as they stay on point, as they stay alive, as they're buying enough time for the rest of their team to come back. Exotic actually does manage to find Polar before falling. Oh, the Meteor Strike comes in, finds Warm-Up, with the Shatter is returned in favor, in kind. It's only the Squishies on point for Crewtons now. Voltage, the only one
there's nobody left.
And they're not going to be able to capture it.
Ember.
This was incredible.
A very nice, successful gameplay from Ember there, just to keep it happening long enough, and we're going to see Voltage play the game. And this is going to, it has to be one of these Genji blades, a Nano Blade here, the slash dash, finding Hurricane, finding 4. I mean, it was a team kill. Fantastic gameplay. Really, really awesome to see how strong our players are.
Absolutely. And, I mean, I said it was going to be a feisty match. And this is incredible. Honestly, more entertaining than the Overwatch League Grand Finals. I'll tell you that much. More entertaining, honestly, than the Dallas Fuel versus Shanghai game. So, I mean, the fact that these kids are putting out this much effort, this much energy, and this much, like you can feel in the team plays, you can feel that these kids want to win and that they're going for these big plays and these big wins, and it's paying off for both teams. They're now 1-1 in this series, and this is it. This is what's going to determine who exactly is the superior team. But honestly, if you ask me, it's too close to call.
Yeah, we're going to see both teams that are 1-1 now have a match between each other, 1-1. So we're going to see some really, really incredible things coming up right now, really. I've been alerted, though, that we lost game sound for the stream. So I think that we have it back. I'm super sorry, guys. I didn't see it in my own chat. Super sorry, guys. But so happy that you stuck around, that you could hang. And I hope that we kind of covered it up with our voices. Now, looking back at the chat, it looks like MNoble19. Oh, I'm blurry. Okay, there we go. We have another Hydrate the Casters call. Merp, you got any liquid nearby?
I don't. Can I go grab some real quick, or can I just promise you that I'll do it later?
A promise is a promise. Here. All right,
I promise.
water time.
I swear.
Oh, thank you so much, Noble. I don't get that all the time. I don't have time for break. You just bought me a break. Thank you so much.
I forgot about water. I'm sorry. Oh, well.
All right, we have our map pick selected. We are headed to Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
Very interesting. As you can see here, super low ground and mega high ground, kind of like Gibraltar, but the fact that it's not super open ground up until kind of the midpoint of the game, but even then it's not really open ground. So rush is very often used here. There's elevators that allow anyone with low mobility to get up onto the high ground very easily. And yeah, exactly right there. It'll teleport you up pretty quickly, and then you can just take it from there. So I'm expecting to see that quite a bit, especially since we've been seeing a whole load of rush from these teams.
You bet. And just like last map, we're going to have Crewtons defending Hollywood first. Ember going to try to break down the rush composition from Crewtons here. And they're on May again. I think Rumor is a little bit of a madman on May, truly. He's finding walls. He's finding really impactful blizzards. And when you combo it with Graviton Surge, the Zarya ult, the Black Hole, it's a combo I like to call Cold Pocket. Because there's nowhere you can go. You just freeze. That's it. Hook, line, sinker.
You put the wall behind him, you freeze in front of him. What are they supposed to do? You know, unless you're Baptiste, there's not really much you can do. As we see Will coming out here trying to snipe, trying to find a pick on a Panther. Or not Panther, a Million Hornets, my bad. As Ember's going to be pushing around the corner here, Wall comes out, is able to separate the team. But not very much. Coop gets caught by Rumor. We were talking about that combo just now, and it just happened. Million Hornets managed to find Hurricane, and Crewtons is going to be able to clean this up pretty quickly.
And that's why we see a character like May in Brawl, in Rush. It's the ability to divide up team fights. It's the ability to split things and really just engage on whatever you split. Polar low on the high ground, just trying to catch his Baptiste healing disc real quick. As Ember's looking to re-engage, trying to break through this pressure, and ultimately deal with that wall.
Absolutely. Will trying to poke away from the distance. We see Voltage here on the flank, getting ready to play the Tracer, getting ready to dive that backline. He's actually going to build up ult charge through the Reinhardt. Almost gets walled off by his own teammate, but he's able to get through just fine. Fire strikes coming up from the side of Warmuck, able to find massive value, but Rumor finds a very nice headshot on the Hurricane, and that's going to put Ember a man down as Voltage is able to clean up Coop with his Reinhardt, and this is a continuous hold for the side of Crewtons.
Yeah, something's gonna have to change for the side of Ember if they even expect to break through, to crack through, or match maybe the Crewtons hold here, and we see it. Will switching over to the Doomfist, or pardon me, he's unsure himself, going to the Pharah, which is going to be super strong. With no hit scan on the other team, he's going to have a free range of the sky.
Aside from a Million Hornets, but you know what that does? That takes his attention away from the rest of his team in order to focus the Pharah. Pulse Bomb comes out, isn't quite able to find anything, as Ember's going to be taking this corner fight. Ryan's meet together. The wall tries to separate Coop from the rest of his team, but it's not quite able to find anything. Very smart play there. Will, being able to send rockets into the backline, finds Voltage unexpectedly.
Yeah, ooh, and a
Nanorine comes through. Nanorine comes through. Warmuck is forced to disengage, but it's not quite enough to push him through the window, as Trans also comes through from Polar, which means Crewtons is going to have more than enough HP and damage in order to clean this up.
Wow, I didn't even realize that Polar is playing the Zenyatta. I thought we were already on Ember's defense Panther. Of course, their roles have switched now. Polar playing the Zen, Panther playing the Ana. Just a kind of interesting circumstance we have here.
Ember only has 1 minute left, but as we saw last time, this is about the time they started to crack through on Rialto and then made an amazing comeback and was able to capture the 3rd point. So, we'll just have to wait and see. It's definitely not over yet, as Will, close to the barrage, probably going to be able to get it, honestly. You get pretty fast ult charge from Pharah. Clean disengage there from the face of Crewtons, as they're going to be able to keep holding. Warmuck has to be careful not to get caught out in the open, as Will continues to pressure the backlines. It is Echo v Pharah, Mercy v Mercy, as Vaz has the massive flux. He's going to be able to use... Coop goes down after getting separated by the wall, but Vaz not able to use his ultimate. It's Trade City right now. Both teams are completely even. The lamp comes down, is able to save quite a few of Crewtons, but the res comes on through for Coop. He's back in the fight. Massive shatter from Coop. It's absolutely huge. It finds 3, but is he gonna have enough pressure to find the kills? And that answer is no. Warmuck has a shatter to counteract onto Ember. Ember's gonna be able to get a few ticks here, which is great for them, but this is last fight. This is where it counts. And is anybody going to touch? Okay, good. We have the high noon coming in from Hurricane, but it's going to get walled off. Rumor finds Exotic.
Oh,
There's a whole load of kills going on here. The window comes up from Crewtons, and that might be enough DPS pressure to finish this off, as the hammer swings and the shatters and everything else is going to be able to find a lot of damage from the side of Coop. However, we have Will finding kills. Okay, no one's on point. Ember does manage to fall, and Crewtons very strong hold.
yeah, not too bad for the hold there. Altogether pretty strong, right? You're okay with giving up 2, nearly 3 ticks there, right? You contest the point, you hold it down, you don't let them have any extra time, right? So all the Crewtons have to do is capture point 1 to 97.1% full. After that, they win the map, they win the match, and we're moving on to the next game. Of course, that is Glitch versus Havoc. Please stick around. I know it's about 8 o'clock right now. We'll be hopping into it as soon as we can with just a short change of the players. And so please, if you're excited for that one, please stick around as we wrap this match up.
Absolutely, and we will see what exactly Ember's defense will look like. They're pulling out the Bastion.
Oh, man. Bastion. This is a character that is rare, even for Oath League standards. But of course, he can turn into a super powered sentry turret. And that's exactly what we're going to see Ember do. We're going to see the Bastion setup, put all the damage into the choke, and then have the double shields of Exotic and Coop to protect him for a long time. Even the disc from Daydream, as we see Rumor get aggressive with the Widowmaker. Still haven't seen anything. That might be sending alarm bells off. And they know for sure now. Warm Milk nearly getting just obliterated in the first 2 seconds.
I've been there and done that, man. You turn around and get that fire strike, and your half your health is gone. So they know now. The good thing about the Bastion is they can't stand Croutons can't stand on point too long without getting melted. So they're gonna have to take care of Will if they want to win this fight, I believe. But they're gonna be taking a very nice rotation here. It's gonna get them close to the point without taking a whole lot of damage. They're closing the gap. They're making a smart rotation. They're trying to find the damage on Will, but he's getting protected by his whole team. This is protect the president comp, as we see Croutons continuing to find the rotation. They're going to try to go through the motel, through the stairs, but Will finds Polar, and that's not going to be good for the push of Croutons. Also finds Warm Milk, and with that DPS pressure from the Bastion, it is game. Except for Vaz finding several.
Yeah, and Vasca's going to kind of live here. Maybe taking out the Baptiste. This would be massive for the next push. Oh, Rumor even with the Widowmaker still finding value against the double shield bunkered composition. And only now are we seeing Croutons force the brawl onto the point. And Vasquez survived the whole time. Polar having some massive eliminations.
This is not the first time we've seen this from Vaz either. He knows how to hide himself away and then find the kills in the end.
We're super close.
We are extremely close because no one was on point. Everyone died. Polar managed to fight. Polar's found like 5 kills in the last fight, by the way. Polar was able to find 5 kills in the last fight, and Croutons are going to be able to take the map pretty handily, and that's going to be 2-1 Croutons versus Ember.
Oh, deja vu. Vaz, we've seen this from him before. Like you were saying, this ability to survive, to find an impactful pick, right? And he just deals so much damage when he gets to this high charge. He's just poking, living, surviving, vibing. Whoa. And it was his Graviton that kept the Zenyatta from touching and anybody else from the side of the Croutons there. That was a hard carry, right? Vask has to be very proud of himself right there. And Ember, you were this close. Right, there was this one character, this one person that could have been focused just a little bit more. A really, really close match to decide the gridlock.
Absolutely, this was honestly insane. And Vask being able to do it again, like I don't know what else to say. He did it again. He lived for forever, and then wiped the enemy team again. So that's, I mean, insane.
Yeah,
absolutely insane. I thought I'd see that once this season. I honestly thought once was ridiculous, but I mean, keep going with it, bro. I mean, if you can keep doing it, keep doing it.
All right, so that's game number 1 out of the way. Crewtons taking the victory 2-1 over Ember. We will be right back. We're going to change out some of the players, get everything nice and ready for stream. We will be back as soon as we can, right into the next one. See you soon.
See you guys later. Welcome back, everybody, for the Glitch versus Havoc game. Now, we are getting ready to go in, so not too much to talk about here, but things of note. Glitch is 2-0, and Havoc is 0-2, so, Epi, I don't know if you know, I love a good underdog story, so I am ready for this match.
I don't know if you'd call it an underdog story. Yes, Havoc are 0-2, but they've had some really successful... I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong map. They've had some really successful initial showings. So much so that really the O2 doesn't do them justice. They've played some really tough teams, right? And teams where they had a really good shot. They were close. Unfortunately, one team always has to lose in Overwatch, but it just so happens that the first 2 weeks we've seen that from Havoc. But I think Havoc has a chance today, and if they overthrew the big dog on campus, the undefeated juggernaut of Glitch, oh, we're gonna see riots in the streets, at least for the Oath League.
I'm gonna be like, what? But no. I'm actually really excited for this. I hope Havoc can surprise us with a victory because underdogs are the coolest. And so, I mean, really, there's no way they can't. Little Pricey impressed me very much with his Tracer last week. I know he was going on the Pharah this time, but his pulse bombs were insane, and he carried a lot of his team fights. Cyrus and Carp, they're very good main tanks who are always able to peel back into their backline, and Mucus Lucas is honestly one of the scariest Moiras I've seen in this league. So, we'll just have to wait and see as Glitch and Havoc are going to be fighting against each other, coming out to capture the point.
Yeah, and we're actually going to see a Sombra here today. Bossman on Sombra. This is a composition that I like to call 6-man. You look for these aggressive hacks, then you dive in. We might see a hack. It's really close to happening here. But Little Pricey, just misses the direct a little bit.
Pharah, their main survivability tool is getting up in the air. Unfortunately, they weren't followed up on. Little Pricey's actually going to be able to take revenge by killing off Bossman. Tons of pressure coming in from the sky from him. And it looks like Cyrus is also going to be able to find Lemonade. So this pressure coming out from the Pharah is giving Havoc tons of room to work with. And they're going to be able to win this first fight.
Yeah, just like we said earlier, we spoke it into existence. Havoc doesn't... they're looking good. And that's kind of the bottom line here. I really like that Havoc won this first fight. We're going to see, Bossman, maybe a blunder falling off the map. Maybe just trying to reset. Either way, Havoc setting up early. They're going to be hard to dislodge from the point. That's one of the challenges with this point, is that as attackers, it can be really difficult to come in. We see Squid on the McCree holding this high ground really close to high noon, and that only denies more space. So Havoc are sitting pretty here.
Yeah, absolutely. Because of the initial high ground that gives you complete control over the map, it's very hard to actually attack this. But Bossman managed to find a little Pricey, all the way with the hack. But Squid, what a move! What is actually only able to find one because of the absolute heroics coming up from the side of Dylan, eating the rest of the ultimate for his team, as he's going to be able to find Squid in this 1v1. And Glitch being able to make a very close win for this fight.
As far as I'm concerned, Cyrus is the king of remech kills. Dylan trying to style on him, though. Really, really good first hold for Havoc here, as Glitch sets themselves up for success. Bossman found that really impactful first kill onto Little Pricey, right? That was a fight for Havoc where they didn't have Little Pricey, but it still looked really close.
True, absolutely. And Little Pricey now has his ultimate, so we'll be able to see what exactly he gets out of that. As far as ultimates go, they're both even on both sides. Teams coming in to fight each other. Lemonade may find the Blossom from the high ground. We'll just have to wait and see as both bubbles get placed down. Little Pricey gets off with the ultimate, is able to find Bossman. Silver, though, avenges his teammate. As Lemonade goes in there, he's shooting his shotgun. Sleepy Tiger brings Little Pricey back up. That DPS pressure is back online. In replace of Squid. The Primal comes out. People are getting juggled left and right, front and center. This fight is chaotic. First, managed to find Carp with a boop. That doesn't happen very often considering how tanky Monkey is. And the fight keeps going with Glitch still being able to hold his points, still being able to capture, still being able to get percentage points. But Little Pricey not giving up. Cyrus managed to find War Bunny. And Little Pricey managed to find Chew before his untimely death. It looks like Dylan's going to be the last one here, and Havoc is going to be able to clean this one up.
And Havoc, yeah, they stayed in that fight. They didn't give it up early. They didn't call losable. They continued to go in. They continued to find value, and they're rewarded for it. Look at their ult charge compared to Glitch's. Insane. Lemonade, she tried to find the Reaper Blossom on the low ground, but both DMs just pocketed the Reaper. And that's okay. That's fine. But it means that there was not enough value generated there Oh, and we see this aggressive Dylan
Massive
bomb.
bomb with the hack combo. It's absolutely massive. Managed to find two. Managed to find both supports for the side from the side of Havoc, which means Glitch is gonna have a pretty easy time cleaning up here. Little Price goes for the reset. He knows it's lost, and Glitch is gonna be able to capture this. They aren't gonna be able to. They are gonna be able to stop overtime. So very close.
Well, that's a really fast way to shut up the casters. Talk about speed, Glitch. I didn't even realize, I don't think anybody saw it coming except Glitch themselves. That EMP bomb combo, the EMP finding 5 and then the bomb finding 2, a devastating combo. Dylan flexing his wings. He used to be a really strong wrecking ball, but playing this diva very well too.
Bomb comes over the air. Is anyone able to find anything? A defensive sound barrier is going to be able to keep the rest of Glitch up as the fight continues to happen. Cyrus managed to find War Bunny. Sleepy gets the res on the Squid. Going to be allowing a little bit more DPS pressure. Sleepy falls down. That's health gone away from Havoc. As Silver goes in with the aggressive accretion, manages to find one on accretion coalescence.
Yeah.
And they're going to be able to stay alive just a little bit longer as the rest of Havoc is standing on the ground. Is it a close 1v1 battle? But it looks like the Hack's able to clean it up. And Glitch might just take this one away from Havoc. It's so close though. And there it goes. Little Pricey not quite being able to get back on point.
Right out of the jaws, off the fingertips of Havoc there. Incredibly close. Really strong from both teams here.
And that's kind of the story with Havoc, I feel like. It's, they get so close and then it just kind of slips away. But if they just improve just a little bit more every time, I believe they'll be able to get there. And what are we looking at in terms of stats?
I think Cyrus was looking really good. Probably better than his stats say. He was lighting up the kill feed, finding the final blows, finding the eliminations, and knowing Cyrus, he's been around the league for a while. He's been a shot caller for that team, and the things that he shoots will die because his team can confide in him, can really trust him on those calls.
Yeah, absolutely. I've actually played with Cyrus before. He's very loud, but that's honestly a very good trait to have as a shot caller in a team, because that means more team coordination. As we see this fight going on the high ground, Squid actually is going to be able to find eliminated mid-teleport, but Dylan's going to be able to find a little bit of revenge for his fallen teammate. And this is scrappy high ground fight as both members from both teams are on the high ground and the low ground. Sleepy managed to res off Squid. There's going to be a lot of DPS pressure coming back, but gets killed herself by War Bunny. Close fight coming in. I'm not exactly sure who's going to edge out on this one yet. Squid finds first. And Mucus Lucas dies to Silver. It's just trades left, right, front, and center. But it looks like maybe Glitch is going to take this one left, as it looks like Carp is one of the last people on the stage.
Yeah, I think Havoc's just going to have to bend a little bit. Bend, don't break. Give up a little bit, but then you'll have a full 6-person re-engage, right? So that's what they're going to do. They're going to back out. They're going to concede the point a little bit. Glitch going to stage early. We see the same composition coming out from them. This 6-man composition is what I'll call it. And Bossman playing really clumped up with the team, trying to find that hack so that the rest of the team can go.
Absolutely.
Oh, he's also got EMP. Side note.
Oh, nice. EMP extremely
yeah, 6-man.
Six-man EMP is actually going to be able to find tons of people on the side of Havoc. A little bit of follow-up comes through. Not quite what he was probably hoping for, though. Not too bad, though. War Bunny is going to be diving in the backline with the Primal Rage, but Little Pricey is not going to be pressured out by Dylan's Diva as he managed to find 2 kills. Dylan trying to find the finisher, and he actually gets downed by the Coalescence. And Glitch is making a comeback here, even though Havoc had a good jump on the situation. And I think Glitch is just going to be able to hold on to this.
Yeah, probably so. First of all, what an engage, right? Like I was saying, Bossman looking for that initial hack so that the rest of the team can go. And that's exactly what we saw. Just all-out aggression from the rest of the team. But Little Pricey survived EMP long enough to place down Visor and then just keep going to town with it. And with Sleepy Tiger's damage boost, it's a really viable strategy. It deals a lot of extra damage. Of course.
Speaking of Pricey, he's going to be able to find first very quickly in this fight. Sleepy, not letting go of her pocket, is going to be able to res Pricey back. Carp finds the win on the War Bunny. The monkey battle is finished, and Little Pricey continues to be a star staple inside of Havoc as they're finally going to be able to capture this point.
Yeah, and Glitch is probably not too upset about that one, right? They were close to 99, really. We're in a one-fight territory. We didn't have many ults to work with. I don't think we had a single ult to work with. So to use up all of Havoc's ults to take that positioning, and you just take a straight-up fight, you lose it, and you say, okay, all we have to do is win just one more.
That is absolutely true, as we see that Glitch now has a mild ultimate bonus. The tire, though, from Squid managed to find 2. That's going to put a damper in Glitch's plans, as Havoc is going to be able to hold on to this for just a little bit longer. Cyrus finds Silver as well, and it's just clean up right now.
Oh, yeah, and Havoc continuing to aggro, really going aggressively into the opponents. Cyrus and Bossman trying to duel it out here. Lucas coming in with the backup and kind of dunking on the Sombra there.
The important thing about that fight between Cyrus and Bossman is that Bossman now has EMP.
You're totally right.
And it's... Honestly, Bossman was probably okay with dying there because he now has EMP, which is a totally fight-winning ultimate for the side of Glitch if it gets enough follow-up. And there is plenty of follow-up in terms of the ultimates left because everyone on Glitch has an ultimate right now.
Yeah, Glitch making the aggressive play, going to the point, seeing what they can find. And they have the high ground. Bossman, maybe the EMP is coming? Yes, absolutely. Finds Pricey on point. And Lemonade with the backup. Blossom here, finding Sleepy. It's going to be ults engage right here, right now. And they even have Finn with the beat. Maybe going to pop it to avoid the damage from Little Pricey.
Yeah, looks like he's going to actually hold on to it as Glitch is able to clean up the fight by themselves. Silver managed the DPS orb. Little Pricey down, and this was actually final fight, so I'm surprised we didn't see ults given in by Glitch, but looks like Havoc's got 3 seconds left to touch point. Are they gonna do it?
Yeah, that bomb's gonna be a big foreboding message sent. Glitch taking a map 1.
Absolutely, and man, it's incredible how close Havoc can get on these fights, and they still have a chance. They always have a chance. They just have to keep that mental healthy. They just have to keep that competitive spirit up, and they've definitely got this. Silver, a play from Silver, being able to find tons of damage and healing pressure on both his teammates and the enemies. Very well done from him.
Well, Merp, we are not the only people getting hyped for this matchup. I see you, chat. I see the hype train. We are so close to level 1 hype train. We're getting excited. We're getting subs. We're gifting bits. Thank you so much, everybody who's supporting youth esports in Oklahoma and across the rest of the United States. Thank you so much for being here, for watching, for donating your time, your money, and your effort into bettering youth esports. It's such a great cause, and it's really appreciated from all of us here at OATH League.
I don't think I could have said it any better. Absolutely. As we are going to go figure out what exactly the next map is going to be. Escort. Gibraltar Route 66 Rialto. We did speak Rialto into existence earlier in the match between Crewtons and Ember, and that was honestly extremely entertaining. I don't know if we're gonna see Route 66 Rialto or Gibraltar. You know, maybe.
Yeah, well, we worked with Rialto. We might as well talk about Gibraltar. This map with Supreme High Ground, known for the dive components of that map. It has a lot of skill expression for a single player. There are lots of angles and lanes where one player protecting can be so powerful. And I see we got the sub-train to level 1. Yeah, boy.
Hype.
So much hype in the chat. Thank you guys for sticking around, hanging out, having a great time here in chat tonight.
Absolutely. Yes, so high ground control, extremely important. And Gibraltar has the highest of the high ground. Because there's a skybox, so there's a limit to how high you can go, and Gibraltar's indoor map is that high. So if we want to talk about how impactful that high ground is, it's extremely, which is why you see a whole lot of high mobility. Are you kidding? No, don't do it. Oh man, no. All right,
We
I thought we had
are
it.
all
I thought we had
headed.
it.
Oh,
Maybe.
just
No,
kidding.
yeah,
Just kidding.
he said my
We
bad.
got a cap. We got a cap in the chat.
Okay.
let's let's take a second to acknowledge the coaches for these kids.
Mhm.
Team Glitch is being coached by a veteran coach here at the OATH League, Coach Digital. He's a great friend of mine. His name's Sean. He attends OSU just like me. He's a great guy, and it's his bread and butter. His child, Glitch, and I think that everybody on that roster really appreciates him and his leadership. He's in the chat, so big shout out to you. But for the team of Havoc, it's a new coach, who's really getting their feet wet right now. Lucksmith. I don't know so much about them, but if that first point of Havoc or of Oasis is anything to judge by, we got some good things coming for Havoc.
Absolutely. And of course, we do appreciate anyone who's willing to spend their time and efforts into making sure that this program is able to run and be successful and get these kids the lessons and the fun and the activities and all the friendships that they could ever hope and dream for. And so we just want to give a quick thank out to you. And we did, in fact, bring out Gibraltar, which we haven't seen in the entirety of Oath League. So I don't know if someone's being a worm in the chat and then listening in, or if it's just caster cursing everything.
Or psychic. Quite frankly,
Or-
I might be feeling a little bit deeply and connected to the spiritual world of Overwatch tonight. There's just something different. I got some energy inside me that everybody's feeding off of.
I guess so, because we've spoken 2 maps that we haven't seen before into existence. But I mean, anyways, back to what exactly is getting played. We do see Dive coming up from the side of Glitch and Dive coming up from the side of Havoc. So not too actually lots of compositional differences. The only 2 things similar about them are the tank lines, Diva and Winston.
And Cyrus and Carp, you mentioned it earlier, but they play really well together. Cyrus, that shot caller, Carp finding, diving, protecting, and is really objective focused.
Absolutely, as we see both teams come out here from the high ground. Little Pricey's going to be on that bar, going to be getting the high ground pressure, going to be able to have the most movement out of basically anybody else on this map, excuse me. Finding tons of pressure, going to be forcing Glitch off a little bit into uncomfortable positions on the high ground. And they're going to be able to push underneath the bridge with little contention. As I say that, Glitch drops down as a full-man team. Bossman finds Lucas. That's tons of healing out from the side of Havoc as Sleepy gets the res, but not before Glitch is able to clean this up. I spoke too soon. Havoc having tons of teamwork and pressure coming in.
Yeah, and those close spawns, right? Ember doesn't have to walk so far to get back into this fight, and they continue to just snowball that lead, that success. Bossman going to translocate into danger directly. Squid on McCree, having a field day out there.
Absolutely, he was able to find several in that one fight. As respawns from Glitch were able to come out, he was able to find them just quickly, and no one's gonna be able to touch from Glitch. So Havoc is gonna get a very quick point A take here. Cyrus up on the high ground and confronting the rest of the enemy team. He's almost got bombed, but he's with the rest of his teammates, trying to find as much pressure, trying to find as much ult charge as possible.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see Pricey barrage maybe if he can survive Bossman's hack. There it is. The DM coming out, though. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Unfortunately, Lemonade taking out a Carp early in that fight. Put the bomb.
I knew that bomb was going to be absolutely massive. Cyrus, Diva is one of the most played heroes, so it doesn't surprise me that he's able to pull off these massive bombs as Dylan finds a little bit of revenge, but this fight is clearly Havoc's with that bomb.
Yeah, a fantastic game plan where you just throw the bomb in the wall. It looks like it might go somewhere else, but those thrusters just stop, and suddenly everybody's out of position as Glitch position on point 2. Try try to hold some space and stop this cart that really hasn't stopped moving.
No, it absolutely has not, because they just cannot touch the point without getting a little bit of damage from Little Pricey. The bomb doesn't find anything from the side of Dylan as trades are happening left and right. Deadeye comes out from the side of Squid, isn't able to find anything. Sleepy manages to res Little Pricey, so that Far Mercy combos back up. That gets DPS pressure back into the hands of Havoc, and they just keep rolling. Talk about a snowball.
Looking really, really fantastic. Certainly better than they were last week, and Glitch kind of left speechless, planless, as they try to continue to fall back on a 0.3 here, and maybe it's all off the back of Little Pricey on the Pharah here, who, by the way, has built another barrage.
He did in fact build another barrage, and Havoc has 5 minutes to get to point C. That's an incredibly long amount of time. Is he going to be able to find the barrage? It was very aggressive, very messy, but it's able to find so much value as Cyrus, I believe, came in to protect him, and there goes another clean fight win for the side of Havoc.
And again, I just think the amount of pressure that that Havoc is putting on the point is really forcing a Glitch to have to take these weird fights where they have to overextend, but when they do that, they're really only getting like 1.5 fights per part of the map here as this cart rounds the last corner.
Absolutely, and I'm kind of looking for a game plan change from Glitch, but Havoc still has 4 minutes. They have not stopped this point. Sound Barrier comes up to the side of Glitch, is going to be very aggressive as they try to fight this point. Both bombs come out. Cyrus finds more value, though. He's able to find 2 kills as the Coalescence comes out from Glitch to try to keep the rest of the team alive. They're trying to buy as much time as they can. Little Pricey finds Lemonade. And Silver actually is able to find Little Pricey with that Coalescence. And that doesn't happen very often. Trade City happening right now.
Glitch just needs to survive for a little bit longer. There's that EMP that hits the 3 remaining players of Havoc here, but Havoc's really coming back. That whole immortality field keeping everybody alive, at least momentarily. But it looks like Glitch finally stopping this cart for the first time. Squid finding Silver.
Squid uses the ultimate manage to find Silver. That's tons of healing out from the side of Glitch, which means they're going to keep pressing. Dylan loses his mech, which means he's basically out of the fight, because that's how David base. Little Pricey managed to find 2 kills, 3 kills, pushing into the spawn of Glitch as Lemonade is finally able to shotgun him in, but no one's able to touch, and Havoc very cleanly finding their way to 4 points.
Now, I think there's a plan, or maybe not a plan, a quote that says, now everybody's got a plan till they get punched in the mouth. Is that not accurate to what we just watched? Havoc just swamping Glitch, right? The Glitch, clear plan, right? Mm-hmm. They want to play that 6-man. They want to find the hack. And really, it's a somewhat favorable matchup. If you find the hack on the Pharah or the Mercy, that's a free pick every time. But the thing is, the execution part, the hard part of that, is that hack has to be followed up on. And that hack has to come earlier than any picks come out from the Pharah. Right?
True, and as aggressive as Little Pricey's playing, that's extremely hard to keep up.
Oh, it's incredibly difficult. It's incredibly difficult. But Glitch is 2-0 for a reason, right? They're powerful enough to adapt to these strategies as we go, and I'm sure Coach Digital's having that conversation, having that chat. Hey guys, this is what they're doing. This is what we want to do. Let's make these adjustments. We can still make it back. Hey, don't worry about them. We got to worry about ourselves right now.
Absolutely, keeping that strong mental, making sure that they still have hope, that they're still able to ready to get out there and give it their best fight. By the way, Little Pricey having 8k damage, while I believe the second highest was 5k. So massive differences here. The Pharah is just astronomically powerful, and so Bossman will be switching on a soldier to counteract that.
Hey, and I think that's a great swap. Lemonade too, right? Double hit scan. Let's see Little Pricey get value against that, right? That's the Glitch strategy now. Hey, we're getting beat by 1 player. Let's make somebody else beat us.
Absolutely is. As Havoc continues to hold the high ground, they're actually giving Glitch a little bit more room than they were given, and not winning the team fight as a way, because Little Pricey was, I believe, hacked and caught in the middle of everything. Sleepy's actually going to be able to get the res on him. Squid finds 2, and I eat my words. I eat my words.
Yeah, Squid has been playing a really fantastic McCree here. Probably, quite possibly, one of the best hit scan players in the OATH League right now. To the likes of Rumor, to Will, Squid playing very, very well today, and really through all of his games.
Absolutely, as we see, he was able to find several there. Lemonade coming on the high ground with the rest of her team. They're going to be on the high ground, which is going to give them a little bit of a line of sight advantage, as Little Pricey isn't quite able to find the pressure he needs up there. They're going to drop down, though, because they have to. They have to push that point. And Carp actually managed to find Lemonade slightly out of position, but Bossman returns the favor with a 2K attack visor. Squid, though, finds the trade. It's Trade City, left and right, front and center. The lamp comes out, doesn't find much value. Bomb diving into the back line. Is it going to be able to find anybody? It finds Dylan, and Havoc is going to be able to keep holding on to this point.
Yeah, it's just Finn versus Squid here. Probably looking for that boot, but Squid, again, looking so strong today. Sleepy coming for the res onto Cyrus, who has the remech already available because of the bomb. So a really strong last touch effort from Havoc there. And Glitch is going to have to get all that space back, which is going to be very difficult against the Pharah that's been putting in a lot of pressure early in these fights.
Absolutely, but we see Glitch doing the smart thing and taking the high ground so that they don't take quite as much pressure from that Pharah coming in on point. And they're actually getting nice and close and personal because they know that Pharah is an issue. We actually see Cyrus diving into the back line is going to be able to try to find a little bit more ult charge as a whole bunch of things happen. I think Little Pricey used his ultimate, actually wasn't able to find anything. Sleepy Tiger gets found by Lemonade, and it's just a scrappy brawl into point. Trade City once again. Squid finds Silver. That's a tons of healing out from the side of Glitch. Dylan finding Little Pricey. Trade left, right, front, and center. And it just keeps happening. Squid finding so many kills, though.
The only person not getting traded. How about that? Squid, 50 HP, exactly. The high ground, a dream, and solo carrying these fights, right? We're seeing, like I said, Watch Punch Gibraltar has these lanes where if one person controls them, they can be so devastating, so strong, so difficult to defeat, to come into, and Glitch facing that head on right now.
Yeah, now that they've taken care of Little Pricey, they have another DPS player to worry about, and his name is Squid. And as soon as I say it, I'm so sorry, Silver, I cursed casted you. He gets found by Little Pricey's Pharah. Cyrus with the mech kill, though, managed to find Lemonade. Once again, Trade City window actually came out from the side of Silver. Isn't quite able to find too much, as Dylan is the last one there, and Havoc looks like they're going to still be holding on to this. Only 30 seconds left for Glitch.
Yeah, Glitch has 30 seconds, has some ults, but by the same merit, Havoc does too. We're going to see a hectic last fight ult situation here, and I'm betting that Cyrus is going to get aggressive with a bomb, but Little Pricey, before the fight can even begin, has already eliminated Bossman in Lemonade.
He gets traded. There's only 8 seconds left on the clock, though, as we see the ball come out. Aggressive sound barrier, but Squid just finding so much value. He gets 2 with the Deadeye. Cyrus setting out the bomb is actually able to find quite a bit of value.
The whole kill feed is purple. Everything is purple. Havoc. Havoc has life. Havoc has more than life, maybe.
We still got the ball touching the point. Lucio comes in, still stalling, still not over. These guys are not giving up this fight just yet. They want to keep holding on to these leads, to these wins. Graflux gonna be able to find a few, but I think they were able to escape just in time. No one's able to touch. Scrappy fight still going. At a Little Pricey managed to find War Bunny, though. Havoc being able to hold on to this. They have to win this now, though. Bossman managed to find Lucas Lucas. That's tons of healing out from the side of Havoc. And are they actually going to be able to clean this up in an amazing way? As Carp is left basically alone on the point with his Baptiste on the ground. Dylan and Silver, though, making tons of damage, making tons of room. Mines come out on the point. Gonna be able to find Carp. And what an incredible comeback. We were calling that already. Looks like Cyrus gonna be able to touch the point, but I don't know if it's gonna be a hold.
Yeah, neither team wants to give up this last touch, even though it's Glitch who has the final say here. 2.5 more minutes added to Glitch's timer here, as we're headed on to point 2.
Absolutely. And that was honestly very close. I was pretty sure Havoc was going to get anyways, but Dylan absolutely destroying on the ball. Where did this come from? He's gotten 2 already. He's gotten 3 already. He managed to find Little Pricey midair. This is absolutely insane. And they have to find a way to stop this.
Now, Dylan is the ball extraordinaire of the OATH League. Came into the league, played ball, rolled literally right over people, and so happy that he's still maintaining that form. creating so much space, buying that overtime, really, before Havoc. And Havoc hasn't touched yet. There hasn't been a fight here. Glitch is just going to walk the cart in. Little pricey.
Walk it in. It's only 0.8 meters away. A little pricey is only able to find Dylan as the rest of the team is able to push in 3 minutes on the clock as Havoc is not able to.
Oh, Cyrus? Cyrus finds 3 post-mortem?
Definite post-mortem. Unfortunately, that bomb, had it come in just a slightly bit earlier, may have meant the world to Havoc. But impressive enough, and it's going to be a quick reset for Havoc.
Somewhat surprisingly, our time banks are really close, really closely similar. With Glitch just rolling through point 2 just fine, barely affected at all. Dylan continuing to find space, create more space. But Little Pricey switching off the far, going to the Reaper, trying to blow some people up.
And Squid with the 2K of the high noon is going to be able to clean up the rest of Glitch. Probably. We should really stop making battle preds, because last time we did that, it did not turn out well for Havoc. But either way, they are able to clean this one up, and Glitch is going to have to go right back to the drawing board. Looks like Dylan has swapped off from Ball to the Reinhardt.
Looking good. Havoc sitting pretty, holding these defensive angles right. You already see they've gone with this divided front side, and Dylan's purple. He's really low. High noon from Lemonade early, but doesn't find anything before it goes down. Havoc with the 2-pick early advantage here.
Yeah, defensive sound barrier came up from the side of first, but it wasn't able to find too much as Bossman and Squid are in a 1v1, but Squid managed to find the better of him as Squid has been just putting on so much DPS pressure for the side of Havoc. They're actually going to be able to hold on to this even still.
Wow, Squid is just playing so well today here on Gibraltar for sure. Quite possibly a career day for him. Oh, Cyrus with the bomb. This could be devastating in the backline.
It's going to go through. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful bomb is able to find first spin. And Grab Flex is able to find multiple members of Havoc, is going to be able to put tons of pressure on them, find several kills, and Glitch, despite the early bomb picks, are going to be able to push around this corner.
Bossman finding a really nice rocket right onto a Sleepy Tiger there on the high ground, eliminating her before she can fall to the safety of her team as Glitch put 3 people on cart. Havoc's gonna have an opportunity to contest, gonna have an opportunity to make this a fight. Let's see what they can do with it.
It looks like Carp jumps in a little early there. He's going to get swamped by the rest of his team as his Diva comes out to try to save him. Not quite in time, though. Cyrus is actually able to find War Bunny just in time. And the Death Blossom, the Nano Blossom, for Little Pricey, putting tons of pressure onto the front line. Is able to find several. But first, and Bossman, coming in from the high ground, is able to find multiple people with that beautiful tactical visor. And it's very close, but I think Glitch might be able to get this one.
Yeah, with 10 seconds on the clock, the respawn timer is growing ever longer for Havoc here as Glitch maintain control of the point. They've only got four more meters left, and a shatter comes out from Dylan.
But Jesus. Bossman and Lemonade being able to find the last 4 kills, and the shatter from Dylan obviously making that much easier to clean up. What a game.
Looking very good.
As you see, this is going to be it. So, Glitch has 1 minute on the clock versus... Was that 1 minute?
Yes, they get 1 minute because both teams captured the points. So they'll have 1 minute to attack, try to push the card as far as they can before Havoc turn around with 4 minutes and 18 seconds to push it just 1 meter further than Glitch gets it here in overtime.
Stats are surprisingly close across the board, though in different ways, as we see damage, peak damage overall going to the side of Havoc. However, if you were to take like the general spread, I feel like the advantage goes over to Glitch. As far as healing goes, I see a disparity because Sleepy has 13,000 healing.
Which is really interesting because Sleepy's been playing Mercy along with Mucus Lucas's Moira and Baptiste. So that team is the Havoc team just fighting with lots of healing.
I guess so. You know, Mercy's a single target healer. So the fact that Sleepy has 13,000 healing on her basically is just absolutely astronomical. As we see Glitch coming in hot and ready, Dylan on the ball, trying to knock somebody off the high ground, doesn't quite get it though. Bossman and Lemonade putting tons of pressure onto the high ground as Dylan gets a nice pile drive. Havoc giving them some space, letting them go under the bridge. They're probably going to try to dive from behind here. As they do, Dylan getting very nice disrupts with the ball. And that might buy his team enough pressure in order to win this fight.
Yeah, as this fight happens in the underbelly of Gibraltar here, the cart on the low ground, Glitch are continuing to find more and more picks. It's just Sleepy Tiger and the tanks from Havoc. And make that just the tanks from the side of Havoc, as everybody from Glitch is just focus firing them.
Absolutely. They have to shut down Dylan. I mean, we saw it in Season 1 of Crewtons. Dylan and Voltage were a double team. Ball and Genji diving the enemy, destroying them. And so Dylan absolutely terrifying the ball, and he is showing it today.
Absolutely. We got Disc on point for the side of Havoc. Havoc just trying to make it back, contest the point, see what they can get, make Glitch use some ultimates, but I don't think they'll have to. Bossman just barely farms it, and nobody else really super close other than Lemonade to using ult in that fight.
The good thing is that this is ultimate, and that Havoc is closer, I believe, to their ultimates than Glitch's. Even though the same amount are currently on available. Sleepy and Little Pricey might try to go for a Nano Blade or something, but we'll have to wait and see.
Oh, and a Nano Blade can really just blow up. It's a one-fight winner. Easy peasy. Cyrus finding Bossman early there. Little Pricey getting super dangerous. Oh, the bomb on point.
Very good for the side of Havoc. Cyrus with these bombs. Glitch is just not expecting that. He finds another 3K. I'm pretty sure that's 2 3Ks in a row, and that is going to put an absolute end to Glitch's attack.
Well, ultimates are very strong. That's the bottom line.
Absolutely.
And when you have 6 of them, you're almost guaranteed to win, especially when the enemy team has to be doing something like, I don't know, pushing the cart, touching, so the game doesn't end. I mean, where do you run from a bomb that doesn't just end the game? You have to play on point. Cyrus capitalizing on the fact, his knowledge, that the enemy has nothing else to do but just die on point.
Absolutely. And, I mean, this is tooth and nail for Havoc. It's crazy to me that they're 0-2 with this kind of performance against our league leaders right now. The 2-0 Glitch. It's crazy how close this is, but that just shows you how close all of their matches has been and how close this one is now. They have 4 minutes. 4 minutes to get as far as Glitch did. They can totally do it.
Okay, looking at our numbers just real quickly. Silver, a namestay for Glitch, new to Team Glitch, but certainly appreciated, has 11k damage and 11k healing. Absolutely fantastic gameplay from him. He's been one of the strongest players in the OATH League, most definitely, and is continuing to show why his numbers always seem to be so high.
Absolutely. And it looks like Squid switching from the McCree to the Sombra, which will be interesting to see. I assume it's to counter Dylan's ball. Smart decisions going on there. And they are getting attacked early, Glitch being a little bit more aggressive than their counterparts.
Yeah, for sure. Glitch knows how much space they have to hold on to, how important it is that they contest the cart, but Havoc actually finding the first bit. What a pile drive from Dylan. They're finding 4 on cart.
Absolutely. He's able to find one more, and that early pick from Havoc immediately gets erased by the pressure putting on by Bossman and Dylan. Jeez, being able to talk. As we see, still a scrappy fight, still going on. Cyrus actually does manage to find Bossman, which means Glitch is going to be down tons of DPS pressure, and Havoc might be able to get a chance to push this. Sleepy is actually able to get the res on Lucas, so there are the ports. They're back up and ready. Little bit of a glitch there. 3 minutes left on the clock for Havoc. Scrappy fight's still going, but they are actually pushing and winning this fight.
Well, they're leveraging their time, right? They don't have to win every engagement. They don't have to win every fight. They don't have to take every fight on the chin, right? They can farm for their ultimates. They can look for their openings. And Havoc having a really good understanding of what their win condition is at any given moment. Dylan with the mines.
Absolutely. Dylan mine's perfectly on point. It's a great place to put them because that means the enemy team is trapped. Typically used as a split off point. They only have 3.6 meters to go, but Lemonade is not giving them any room as he snipes them from above. The bomb comes out from Cyrus. Isn't able to find anybody this time, though they have been super impactful as of late. Bossman finds Sever to clean up the fight, and Glitch is going to be able to hold on to this.
Yeah, Squid is actually in the back line here of Glitch, maybe looking for the C9, but Glitch too smart for that, positioning 3 people on point as Sombra flees back to her team.
Squid does have the EMP at the ready. Dylan managing to find Carp. He got caught in a very unfortunate position. I believe his bubble got immediately disrupted. And Squid decides to go for the aggressive EMP anyways. They're going in without their main tank because Sleepy is able to find him actually, so he'll be back open. But Bossman finding so many squishy targets from the side of Havoc because of that tag visor, because of the auto aim. Lemonade returning Bossman's favor as well, finding 2 with the Deadeye, and Glitch is going to be able to keep holding on to this. This is
they're staggering Cyrus. Cyrus emoting.
Oh no!
This is devastating. I know that we have a lot of time for Havoc, but that's a 10-second stagger, and Glitch wasn't really ready to do anything. They were going to let it happen.
Yeah, it's more like 20 seconds because he was there for 10 seconds and then it's 10-second respawn, right? So not really anything happening for Havoc in that time. Still totally winnable by them. 3 ultimates on for both sides. War Bunny almost has the gravitational pull on. Window coming out here from the high ground from Silver, gonna be able to provide tons of healing and tons of damage to his teammates. The sound barrier comes out to keep the rest of the Glitch team alive, and they're going to once again be able to hold under the bridge.
Hey, that's a wash for Havoc fans, right? You didn't expect to win that fight. Silver and Bossman holding that high ground so tightly with the window. You're not expecting to win those, right? You want a dry fight there. You want to maintain your ult charge and make them use theirs. You have a good chance in this fight, but this is really close to last fight. So it's going to be really important that we can find some value. Maybe we can eliminate Bossman or Silver on the high ground there as Carp goes in with Primal Rage.
Carp goes on the Primal Rage. He's going to be able to find the enemy McCree. Very nice juggles coming out from him. Bossman managed to find a little Pricey. Little Pricey uses ultimate to find War Bunny. It's Trade City right now. And Carp doesn't actually find the kill on Lemonade. He's able to get headshotted by Lemonade. And more kills coming out from Glitch means that this last fight is probably going to go their way. And
yeah, 10 seconds.
What a close fight.
Havoc is going to try to make a futile last touch, maybe, as we see Little Pricey coming in with the Doom Fist. Oh, and the boop away.
Oh, boop. I thought the boop was going to end it right there. Looks like Carp is able to touch, but not for very long. Can anybody else touch? Bossman with the tag visor. That's just kind of mean, sitting there on point. We see Cyrus with the bomb trying to clear people off point.
Nice.
Is he gonna find anything? No, it's a little too obvious for that one. You know what? Havoc's actually able to find quite a few bit of people on here, but Dylan is putting out so much pressure. Gets 3 with the mines. That is basically unheard of. And there we go. Glitch wins 2-0.
Yeah, Glitch.
But very close 2-0.
Like I said, good teams are mechanically strong. Great teams can adapt to their opponents and implement those strategies. Squid was going crazy for Havoc early in that fight, or early in that match. And Havoc was just rolling on. But Glitch pulled it back together, reined it in, got control of their nerves, rounded that map out. Really well done.
Absolutely. And you know, Havoc, it may be 0-3, but I'm telling you right now, such a close game. You guys are so close to being able to knock your opponents in the head and be like, no more losses. So keep it up. I'm very excited to see what you guys have going for you. I'm rooting for y'all. Love underdog stories and amazing performances from both teams.
Quick recap of tonight's games. At 7 o'clock, we had Crewtons versus Ember, and in a really close 2-1 victory to the Crewtons, I believe. Yes. Oh, Merps, you are frozen, my guy. And you're frozen in a funny way. All right, we're going to leave him like that. I like this more.
Okay. I guess I'll just see you later.
Fantastic. The Crewtons taking a successful map win over Ember there. declaring themselves as the second place leader in our league right now. And Glitch playing Havoc. Havoc looking really close in some really close fights, but Glitch overall more composed and eager to fight, win, and make sure it happens. Oh, Merp, you are back to normal, buddy. Welcome
Whoa.
back.
Hello. I'm back from FaceTime. As we close out here, very good games, incredibly good games, and I only think it's gonna get better as the season goes on. So thank you guys so much. Oh, were we doing that thing?
Oath Nation, you have a Mr. Refresh is going to be posting a really exciting announcement upcoming soon for our physical fitness goals, right? Part of the Oath League's motto is that we want players to be successful not only in game but also in their lives. So it's really important that we have a physical routine to maintain our bodies in game, out of game, and have a long career doing whatever it is we end up doing. So Mr. Refresh is going to have an awesome video announcing the winner of the fitness for last month. I believe it's a monthly thing. So be on the lookout for that. Good luck to everybody who is participating physically. And keep doing that, guys. It's really important that we have longevity. We want to see you play for as long as you can.
Absolutely.
So with that, I've been Epi here with Merp, and I think we're going to be signing out here. Thank you so much for supporting youth esports here in Oklahoma and across the nation. You guys mean the world to us. Everybody who is gifting out subs, being part of that hype train, getting excited in the chat, we thank you so much. Oath League is growing, not because of us, but because of you guys. So thank you for your continued support. We will catch you next week at 7 p.m. Central Time for some great matches. Peace out, guys.
Have a good night, guys.